welcome back to the RC Crawler Workbench. So today I'm going to go ahead and do a little brazing tutorial, and I got everything pretty much laid out here from yesterday. So I'm going to start off by doing prep work, showing you guys how to prep the material, which in my opinion is the most important step in this whole process. That's what's going to ensure that you get good solid welds, or joints rather. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so I have my 3/16 steel brake line tubing here, and I have the vise I got from Harbor Freight. What I'm going to do is, this comes in a coil, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of prep work in order to even get it ready to be used. I'm going to have to straighten it out, and the method I use to do so, pretty simple, takes a little bit of time. But if I use the straight pieces, you can buy this in straight lengths, as I said in my last video. I think it's 4-foot sections. It has a green coating on it, and you have to get that all off. So in the time I would be taking to get that all off, you know, it's the same time probably it takes to straighten this out. So either way, you're gonna have a little bit of time involved in just prepping the material one way or another. As you see, as I run it through here, just move it forward a little bit, tighten the vise, starts to straighten out. And you basically just do that until you get the desired length that you want. Take your pipe cutter, tubing cutter rather, work it around until the piece comes off. I'm not sure how good my blade is with this tubing cutter anymore. It's had quite a bit of use. It's about time to get a new one, I believe, but it should work for now. There we go, that one piece. Now sometimes you have, if you see it or not, it's a little bit of a bow. You can run that through again. Kind of make sure you get it as straight as possible. Sometimes I'll even take it on a solid surface. Kind of ensure it's pretty straight. Alright, so now need to clean the material up a little bit. Once you get it cleaned up, mark it, and then you're going to cut again to get the length desired for whatever pieces you're going to braze together. Alright, once you have your desired lengths cut and ready, it'd be real easy just to move on and skip a step and braze these two pieces together. Alright, it'll hold, it'll work, but you can make a stronger joint than that. And the way to go about doing that is a technique that is called fishmouthing. And what you're going to want to do is take your round file, take your piece that you're wanting to fish mouth, I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but it's starting to take on shape. And depending on the piece and how many, if you have bends in the piece, you have to make sure your fish mouth angle is, the right angle in which to line up with your other piece. So if you can see, that is a much better joint than that. And that just doesn't go together very well. It actually seats on there nice and tight. It's going to make for a better joint. Now we're ready. Put your pieces in there the way you want them to lay. I suggest finding you some weights or something. Some people use magnets. Get them lined up, get them ready to braise. Make sure that they're secure and they're not going to move around on you, because it's a pain in the ass once you get filler material on there and the piece isn't lined up. Then you're talking about reheating the material, and the more times you do that, you start to weaken. You start to weaken your material. Too much heat is just not good for it. So we'll get the torch fired up, and we'll see if we can't braise these two pieces together. Light the map gas first. Start introducing oxygen. This kit, you have to move very slowly, introducing the oxygen, or like that, it will go out. Turn my torch up a little bit. Flip it over, do the same on the other side. And you're going to turn your oxygen off first in your map. Make sure it's off. Make sure you lay this down somewhere safe. And that's it, guys. See if we can get a little bit closer look at it with the light here. And that's it. That's all there is to it. The reason why I sprayed it, some metals, like if you're making knives, something like that, and you're doing blacksmithing, there's certain techniques to cooling the metal. Sometimes some metals it's best to let cool slowly. Others it's okay to spray. The reason I spray the water on it is because the flux that's on the outside of this rod will build up and it'll make that joint a lot harder to sand, a lot harder to clean afterwards when you're prepping for paint. So I've noticed if I spray it with water, a lot of that flux comes off. There'll still be some on there. There'll still be some prep work, as far as cleanup goes, to get it ready for paint or whatever. But it's just a little technique I found that helps. Alright guys, that about wraps it up. So that's how the brazing gets done at the RC Crawler workbench. It's not the only way to do it. There's many ways out there, some probably better than mine, but that's how I've learned, kind of self-taught. Watched many YouTube videos on brazing, but that's pretty much how I do it. The only difference in what I did here today and how I normally do it is I usually run my torches a little bit hotter temperature, a little bit more aggressive flame, get the metal hotter a little bit faster, especially if I have several joints that are close together. If you're not careful, you'll heat up the joint on down the line, and next thing you know, you got pieces falling off and that sort of thing. So, but other than that, I mean, that's pretty much how I do it, and it makes a nice solid joint. Not a whole lot of cleanup, but if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to post below, and I hope this helped you guys out some. Some of you guys are wanting to learn how to do this. It's a great way to make your RC crawler, your trail rig. It's a great way to make it your own, and it's kind of cool to see your truck rolling down the trail, and it's you made custom bumpers, and you put some time into it. So anyhow, that about does it for today, guys. Y'all have a good one. Take care of each other and keep on building.